Wake up!
What's going on? Did we miss an episode?
No! The greatest character has returned!
Alvin?
No!
Well, who?
The chicken!
Yes!
Season 6 of Season 3 of Race to the Edge.
Yes. A grim retreat. No, for a second I thought this would be, like, related to the grim adventures
Of Billy and Mandy.
Yes. And I wasn't far-fetched about that with all that dark humor floating about.
Yeah, this was a kind of a dark episode. You know, even darker than Imperfect Harmony.
Yeah.
Which I kind of liked, because then we got in all the... You know what? How about we summarize this first?
Okay. Summarize this in 3 sentences.
Can I have an extra sentence, like a 4th sentence?
Okay, fine.
Alright.
Though you get an extra prize if you do it in 3.
Okay, alright. The writers convince Hiccup to go on vacation in a deserted island. Then all of a sudden their dragons start to act very weird. Then it turns out that they were being controlled by parasites. They fight for survival, and of course they win. All while Stoic and Gobber are trying to take care of Tough Nut's chicken. So was that 4 sentences or 5?
4.
That was 4? Okay.
No prize for you.
What? Hey, I said 4 sentences. That was the agreement.
No, I said 3.
But I asked for 4.
Okay, fine.
Said 4. The 4th sentence was all while Gobber and Stoic were trying to take care of Tough Nut's chicken.
Okay. You get a pet chicken.
Oh, good. I'll name him Colonel. Or maybe Sanders.
Colonel Sanders?
Or Yogurt.
But anyways, yes, that is a premise. And, you know, this is actually a pretty good episode when you look past the layer of what to do and not to do as a leader.
True, yeah.
You know, you cannot expect, working 24/7 hours a day and expect your crew to not to rebel.
Unless you're self-employed. Kind of like me.
Yes. So, that being said, Hiccup learns the hard way of, well, I'm gonna have to give my soldiers some vacay.
Yeah, yeah, of course there's Astrid, who had to, bring him back down to Earth.
Of course. This episode started off like everything's going hunky-dory.
Mm-hmm.
They're making Gronko iron. Everyone's competitive.
The twins are being their usual nuts.
Yes, their usual nuts. Like, and without barf and belch, dunk, 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 dunk. Their heads.
Oh, God. I always knew they were hard-headed.
You mean thick-headed?
What's the difference?
Touche.
Yes. Uh-huh. Bet your ass, touche.
Yes, the dragons look rather ragged. After, well, I couldn't blame, Meatlug after barfing all day.
Yep. I think that's probably the one living organism that's okay, is okay with barfing.
Yeah. It took a lot of convincing for, to get Hiccup to agree.
Mostly from Astrid and Fishlegs, cause let's be honest, those are the only 2 that he trusts, with some sound logic.
Now, to prepare themselves for this trip, they have to have, we need backup. We need Dad and Gobber.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was at this episode that we kind of realized that we have not seen the chicken at all.
I know.
So this is episode 6.
I was like, what happened to the chicken?
It's Dragons, episode 6, Return of the Chicken.
Dun, dun, dun.
I was thinking more of like the John Williams score.
Which one?
Return of the Jedi.
Oh. Well, I wasn't aware of...
Hello, episode 6, Return of the Chicken.
Sorry, I'm still tired here.
Okay. Alright.
Cut me some slack.
How much?
all of it.
Okay.
Anyways, so of course they had to give you know that one time when your parents hire a babysitter for you, and they have to give you this list of instructions of what to do, what not to do, and let's see what to do when you're doing this and this and this.
Mm-hmm. I think they get it.
Now apply that to the chicken. The chicken.
So
wow. And if you read the chicken horror stories,
nightmares. It starts scratching with its feet in the air. Stand 3 feet behind her when she sleeps.
Wow, it sounds like a horror movie idea for a Stephen King novel.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like Cujo.
So anyway, they go to this island we start out in this lagoon, which I didn't know what a lagoon was. So new word of the day for me.
I always thought it was like a pond.
I thought it was a lake. Everything's a lake to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, they have their fun. Hiccup lets loose a little bit, and they start to go to sleep until Fish Legs, wakes up from having a nightmare. Probably, maybe, who knows? Maybe it was the catastrophic quaking again.
Oh God.
Or maybe it was the change wings.
I think it's the change wings. Those things are pretty terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, someone's at foot.
Yes, Meat Lug is missing, and so he goes searching for her, and he
finds her saddle is off.
And when he does find her, it's like, oh, I was so scared. I thought you might have been. Ah! Yeah. That Cujo reference is making much more sense now. It looks like she has rabies, and then all of a sudden the other dragon starts going. They start going crazy, all except for Toothless.
Yeah,
which then made things obvious for us.
Yes,
but we'll get
to that point later.
Or we could just they run around, split up, and
let's split up, gang. We gotta avoid our dragons.
Mm-hmm. They corner them. They fall into the lagoon, and then they walk away. Yeah, kind of like like the Indominus Rex from Jurassic Park 4 or Jurassic World, as it's known. I like to still call it Jurassic Park 4.
They regroup. It looks like they're all done for. They're all trapped.
Yeah,
it was all part of the plan from the dragons.
Mm-hmm. But Toothless with his quick thinking, makes a smoke screen, and they hide in a cave
and blast the door. But regardless, something's weird with Toothless. He's scratching,
which we
like
saw
the other ones.
Yes.
No, that was that one little clue. They all started scratching feverishly before starting dripping fire down their freaking lips.
Yes, and now Toothless is now going crazy, which I gotta say, I loved that little visual. It was downright scary with the shadows and the light rays.
Yes, and I kind of find it funny. Oh yeah, sidetracking a moment. We have a subplot. The chicken.
The
chicken.
The chicken.
We forgot about this. How can we forget about the best dark humor?
We didn't forget. I mean, we could have just focused on the one plot and then get to the side plot at the end. But since you decided to take this ship and steer it this way, I'll follow you.
Okay. Now, anyways, we have a problem. Gobber has lost the chicken, he looks at Skullcrusher, who just burped out a pile of bones.
Yeah. and licks his teeth and chops. And it's like, oh my god, Skullcrusher ate the chicken.
Oh god, how will Tough Nut react?
That was But then we get the classic misunderstanding comedy, which I don't see enough. I don't see a lot of, so when I see it, it's like, okay, I know where this is going.
It's pretty obvious.
Gobber thinks that Skullcrusher ate the chicken. Stoic comes around, sees that Gobber's acting all secretive, sees a bone fall from him, and thinks, "Oh, you ate the boy's pet. Now I'm gonna have to cover you up."
Or am I? Now I gotta break the news to the poor boy.
Yeah, so they bring in 2 chickens, thinking like, oh, like he's stupid enough, he won't know that it's not his chicken.
Yeah,
but we'll get to the resolution of that plot after, when we finish the main plot.
Yes.
So Toothless is going crazy. Really, you had to steer it away from that.
Yes. Comedy.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, I prefer comedy. I love comedy.
So do I. But now we're getting sidetracked again. So Toothless is now, he's like lumbering over or like creeping.
And Tough Nut takes a final stand. He throws his helmet. He throws his, what else he throw?
I don't know. He
throws helmet, fish, I think,
yeah.
And then salt.
And then it turns out that was the cure.
What? Salt.
Hey, what? Garlic repels vampires.
Yes.
Salt. You should see what cinnamon does to werewolves.
Ooh.
It's not pretty. Yes, but it turns out that what was driving the dragons crazy was
parasites.
Remember Animorphs?
Yes.
Dragon Yerks.
I was thinking more of? I was thinking more of Rathacon.
Okay, yes. Rathacon, Yerks, whatever you want to talk. These were little slug dragons that apparently burrowed into their ears.
I don't think they were dragons. They were parasites.
Then why didn't they could fly like dragons?
No, I don't think they were flying. That was an attempt to fly.
We saw them fly out of the water.
But I don't think they're classified as dragons. That's the thing.
But this is dragons. Pretty much anything is classified as a dragon.
Even a chicken?
Unless you're a chicken or a yak.
Or a sheep. I don't think it's a dragon.
Pretty much every new species in this that you can't find in the real world is a dragon.
I honestly believe that if I'm going by what I saw, fish likes called it a parasite, not like a dragon.
Dragons can be parasites. There's a fish that's a parasite. There's still a fish.
Yeah, there's still a fish. But this thing can be attached to anything.
Then why didn't the humans go crazy?
Maybe it has a specific taste.
All right. You know what? This is going nowhere.
Okay.
This is really going nowhere. But anyway, yeah. It turns out these creatures, as we'll call them.
Okay.
Creatures like to live in fresh water, which is ding ding ding. What we guessed that it had something to do with the water.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm
getting back in my stride.
Yes. Now then, let's play a little game. Let's give our dragons a little bath. A saltwater bath.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tough Nut is out of salt. We have interesting variations with Fish Lake throwing his favorite rock into the water.
Which I thought was funny.
It was funny. Astrid having to poke.
That was actually the more cool, also funny way of curing the dragon. Let's see. Rough and Tough, they pretty much, serpentine until their dragons butt heads together because, 2 heads, no brains, nit and wit.
Yeah.
They're distracted, toss water on them.
Of course.
And then there's Snotlout, who runs off the edge of a cliff and Hookfang just dives after him.
Yes.
And now Toothless, even though was, cured, of these parasites, later suddenly gets reinfected again, and then, we get Cujo Toothless again.
Ew.
That should be... Yeah, let's call him Cujo's Toothless. Yeah, Cujo Toothless again, and then Hiccup tackles him off the cliff into the seawater, and he's cured again, and we're supposed to get this dramatic moment like, did they make it? Did they make it? Hello? Movie 2. Spoiler.
Yeah. Well, seriously, guys, what is up with you? This dramatic tension of...
What's with these little bait and switches?
Yes. It's like, will Ashton make it? Will Hiccup make it?
Did no one really see the second movie? It's like, seriously, it's like Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Indeed. It's about as comparable as, let's go watch the prequel of the Star Wars. I hope Anakin Skywalker survives.
Yeah, it's like seeing the prequel trilogy after you've seen the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, alright, so now that that is taken care of, they go back to Race to the Edge. It's called Dragon's Edge. Seriously, I call it Race to the Edge so much, it's now, that's the name of the island.
I call it Edge.
Yeah. They go back to the Edge. Gobber and Stoic both give them their chicken.
And Tough Nut's like, that's not my chicken. That's not my chicken.
Which
I ordered it to be your chicken.
But then it turns out, the chicken was okay. We don't know where it was hiding. We don't know what those bones that Skull Crusher coughed up. Maybe it was just another island chicken and Tough Nut's chicken was actually smart enough to stay away from the giant meat-eating dragon while it was sleeping. That's a chicken that's in a class all its own.
It is.
Yeah. And then, episode ends with Gobber and Stoic bickering about
whose chicken was better.
Yeah.
That was it. That's all you need to know.
Alright, so this was a good kind of breather episode from the drama of, oh great, now I can't remember the name of, oh right, Buffalord Soldier. I brain farted for a bit. Yeah, so not much Hickstrid here, but a little, just a pinch. Yeah, but this kind of but I like this episode kind of took another step up by giving us some nice cool visuals that we've seen over the years from the seasons. Damn it, I used over the years. We've only been doing this for a year.
It feels like ages, though.
It does.
Actually, technically, if you want to go by it, it has been over a year.
It has been over a year, but I digress. We got some nice visuals. We're finally getting back to the camera work when we got that nice little arc shot. Think of the Avengers. After Hulk punches that giant alien fish thing. Yeah. And so, and yes, the comedy was good. And we got some dark scenes, which followed up with some dark humor. So we weren't getting a complete tonal shift.
Yes, it was a mood whiplash.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of good, because it's not that I don't like mood whiplash, but it can be very jarring.
Mm-hmm.
So, I actually welcome that.
Right. Wasn't there one little nitpick that you had with the episode, though?
Yes, I did. It was mostly how the delivery of the tone of how Hiccup agreed to the vacation. He's like, I don't have much choice, do I? Where is this island? Like, wow, there wasn't a pause to let that sink in, was there? It's like, oh man, I don't have much of a choice.
No.
Where's this island? It wasn't like that. It was like, I don't have much of a choice. Where's this island?
But then again, think of, okay, I'm not saying what you're saying is invalid, but do think of like 15-year-old Hiccup, before he trained Toothless. He's pretty much he's kind of used to, like, I told you to do something, you're gonna do that, don't I have any choice? No, you don't. Fine, I'll do it. That kind of thing.
True. But still, it's like, it's more or less, it's not just the fact that it feels not natural.
It's personal preference at this point.
It's personal preference, but it just doesn't feel natural. You always have a break or a pause after you realize something.
Okay.
And when you finally admit it.
Alright. But other than that, oh yeah, I also forgot, we finally see the map that Hiccup had in movie 2. Yes, the beginning stages of it. So, yeah, more, nice little continuity touch.
Nice little call forward.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I like this. I like this episode. I like for its tone, its artistry, its camera work.
Oh yeah, definitely like the rabid.
The rabid dragons. Yeah,
that's kind of scary.
Yeah, and also with the little twitches.
Twitch his eyes.
I kept, it almost. I never played Last of Us, but it just reminded me of the mushroom heads.
Oh God, the cordyceps.
The cordyceps.
I don't like cordyceps anymore. But
so
anyways,
that's all.
That's all. I don't have anything to add.
All right. We'll see you next time for episode 7.
I'm not even going to say anything.
You just did.
Damn it.